One of the most important elements of any shot is the lighting. With the proper setup, you can make even the most simple setting look freaking awesome. My latest mashup video, featuring a conversation between Groot, Hodor, and Chewbacca, contains a few really cool examples of creative lighting. In order to give the Mos Eisley Cantina a moody, shadowy feel, I lit the set primarily with LED lights. LEDs. I positioned a string of yellow lights behind the counter, and then hid a couple bluish lights inside the drink equipment. I also positioned a red LED up in the far corner, and one final LED was placed behind a transparent orange brick, giving some variety to the color in the room. My next step was to light up the outside of the door and window, making it look like a bright Tatooine day outside. To do this, I taped a thick piece of diffusion paper behind the set and positioned an airy 150 light to shine directly on the diffusion. This resulted in a solid glowing white light, just like you see in the original Star Wars movie. As a final touch, I added a second airy 150 with an orange filter to give Obi-Wan's face a little more illumination.
No, Luke, I have no idea what to do with that.
The interior of the Milano was also lit primarily with LEDs, positioned so as to shine through holes in the set, creating a cool sci-fi sort of vibe. Of course, the primary setting for this video is the booth where Groot, Hodor, and Chewbacca have their conversation. The glowing orange light on the center of the table was a little bit tricky to figure out. I had to build the Lego table with a hole through its center in order to have a place to position the LED light. I then placed a translucent orange brick over top of the glowing LED, and voila, cool looking glowing brick. Then, I positioned a second LED light behind a translucent red brick attached to the side of the wall. This created a red glowing button, like the one you see in the original film. In order to keep the power cord out of the shot, I built a hole into the wall of the cantina through which to feed the power cable. After the LEDs were placed, I used diffusion paper once again to light up the outside of the window. One problem I had at this point was the light from the outside was shining through the cracks in the Lego bricks, so I used clay to cover up these cracks from the backside and prevent any unwanted light from sneaking through. After setting up these lights, the set was still a bit too dim, so I positioned a second airy 150 to give some fill light to the whole room. Unfortunately, this proved to be a little too much lighting on the back wall, so I added a Lego roof so as to keep the back area of the booth in shadow, while still providing light to the front area. The hardest part of this video is that both Groot and Hodor were too large to sit in the booth with Chewbacca, so both of them had to be composited into the shot. In order to blend these characters seamlessly with the original plate, I had to make sure to match the lighting as close as possible. So I made certain to shine an orange light on both characters. The resulting orange glint really made it look like both characters were sitting in front of the glowing orange brick, really selling the illusion that both were present at the table. As a final touch, I duplicated each character's layer, changed the size and position, darkened it, made it blurry, and made it transparent, creating what seemed to be each character's shadow on the wall behind them. Paying attention to little details like this can really make or break a compositing shot, but for the most part, I'm quite happy with how these turned out. Proper lighting can have a huge effect on any image. Having professional gear is always helpful, but if you're creative with what you have, even desk lamps can create a cool image. Thanks very much for watching, please subscribe, and please check back for more videos soon.